Welcome back to the Stoop football fans. It's your boy Lolo. And yes, happy Paddy's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy Friday. It's everything. So let's do it. As you may or may not be able to tell, I'd be lying if I said this was my first beer, but it's my first beer on happy hour. So cheers. You've been waiting for it. Let's hear it.
Cheers, big ears.
Hey, and our favorite Italian over there. There you go. I love that shirt, man.
That's from your wife.
My wife, bad jokes starting already. Well, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Premier League, Champions League, Europa League, midweek games, Friday games, all sorts of craziness going on this week. But here for my little opening monologue before I let in all the guests who are flooding us backstage, let me just ask this question. Is it all over? Is Arsenal FC's run all over? Is this beautiful season that has been shocking? It's been amazing. A roller coaster ride. Oh no, I wanted Mikel Arteta sacked, and now he's the best manager in the world. All these awards already given out mid-season for London awards. Bad sign. Eric Ten Hag saying, hey. I haven't even started my monologue. Rant. Eric Ten Hag saying, Arsenal always have all their players. Well, then we get 3 injured. Arsenal have already gone through their dip. Well, then we lose. We draw with Sporting, and then we lose with Sporting. We're out of the Europa League. We're out of the FA Cup. We're out of the Carabao Cup. Eggs. Basket. All of them. Just one. Arsenal FC, are you going to continue playing the way that we've been playing and keep the dream alive and go through and just win this league and get us the most important trophy to us right now? Are we going to be able to do that? Or are we already showing signs of our demise? I had to tell some Arsenal fans earlier yesterday after the loss and after we went out of the Europa League, I said, mind yourselves, get used to this feeling, because if it happens and we let the league slowly slip away in these last 11 games, or quickly with a loss to City and then a loss before or after, and City just doesn't lose, this Europa League loss needs to be a reminder to all Arsenal fans that you haven't won anything until you've won it. So stop being we're going to win the league, we're the best in the world, da, da, da. I mean, do that on game day, yes. But remember, pump the brakes. Anything can happen. This is why we watch football. Anything can happen. So I'm going to answer that question for you. BxGunner, I see you in there. The Italian says he has the same shirt as you. Italy Jet, good to see you. JR Truth Music, speaking truth. I hope Portuguese teams start getting respect after this year. Just watch Benfica win the Champions League. That'd be brilliant. Benfica has already shown they have strikers out the wazoo, and everybody comes and steals them every season. And there was a 50-yard goal, 60-yard goal, something like that, scored in the Europa League yesterday, and that wasn't even the best goal that Sporting has scored this season. Yes, mad respect for these Portuguese clubs. Matter of fact, I'm starting to think I'm way more impressed by these Portuguese clubs than I am by the French clubs. Sorry. Oh, Neymar, Messi, Mbappe, they're getting a lot of goals. Farmers League. Sorry. Portuguese League, rough and tumble. May not be high quality all over the place, but listen, the things that Sporting are doing, the things that Benfica are doing, the reason we keep getting all of our badass players, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them from Portuguese clubs, is because they're doing some amazing Amazing stuff. And yes, JR Truth, spitting truth. Benfica, better than PSG. Finished first in the group. And where is PSG now? They gone. They gone. I think Napoli has the best chance to win the Champions League, but it is the Real Madrid Cup for a reason. And I can't wait for them to smash Chelsea so Najee can shut the fuck up about Chelsea. Because I'm like, yo, you're 10th place. Know your role. Shut up. Anyway, to end my little rant here, I do not think that it is over for Arsenal. I do not think that Arsenal are going to slowly fade away. I don't think that. We've shown something different. If our performance in Europa League looked the same as a performance in the Premier League, if it looked the same as the Fulham match and we lost, then I'd be a little bit worried. But to me, there's a clear drop off of what we were doing in Europa League. It's players, it's the team selection, it's the management, it's the coaching style, all of that. But also just, to me, it's a bit of drive, enthusiasm, energy. I feel like the players, even though they're told what to do and they're told go at it, I feel like the players, they know what trophy they're going for this season. So I say, let's go and get it. So that's been my little opening rant here. I just want to show some love to some people in the audience already. Scooby D2, I'm not sure who got the first comment in today because it looks like all we have cataloged is a conversation that people were already having. But it looks like Con Shay, big sports day tomorrow. Yes, big sports day tomorrow. We have, what's going on? We have NCAA, we have football, we have all sorts of stuff. Scooby D2.
Rangers, Penguins.
Rangers, Penguins. I don't know. I think that's a TV show that my daughter watches. I'm not sure about that. Pincushion, very good to see you. BxGunner, Italy Jet, Ben, Arizona, good to see you. Happy Paddy's Day to you. 5 p.m. beer time. And it is Paddy's Day, so why not bring on some friends? So I'm going to bring on my lovely co-host, Mr. Mark. Where I don't see Mark in the... You see him down there, John? Whoa. Oh shit! Oh shit!
I had to race over. It's St. Patrick's Day, and I got to have a Guinness with my buddy, but he's drinking this vagina beer here because he's got a vagina.
It's a mermaid. We don't know if mermaids have vaginas.
Isn't that what makes him a maid?
Oh, it'd be a merman if you...
If he had a little
fish
dongle.
Fish dick.
He had a fish stick.
He had a fish stick.
I had fish sticks for
Good
dinner.
to see you. Welcome to the
Let me
Stoop,
pour you a
man.
beer. Let me
Welcome
pour
to
you
the
a proper beer here. Oh yeah.
I don't know if Guinness out of a bottle into a Yingling mug is a proper beer, but
we're just gonna
do it.
We're gonna do what we can here on this glorious Friday. That's a terrible pour. Here, take this.
Listen, I'm always down for some head, but this is crazy. You can't be
You just
coming
never
to
expected head from me.
You can't be coming down to the basement on a Friday night and give me this much head. Like I'm gonna get. Oh.
Just don't tell your wife.
Gary
they're actually
shaking
watching.
his head.
They're actually wating upstairs, and they're like,
the kids are all gathered around for their Paddy's Day treat. Come on, Papa is on the telly. Papa,
who's the matchstick guy that's just burning up there? Oh, can we reduce the red?
No. I mean, I look fine, so I must be like green compared to you. Is it that hot down here? Oh, cheers.
It
cheers.
Is warm. Cheers. But the Guinness is not.
Oh, there you go. The breasts make mermaids.
Cheers, buddy.
Thanks
cheers for the cigars.
Of course.
All right. Smoke.
Now, just to get back to the dream, to the is it over eggs basket? I don't know. Making an omelet. Eggs in the States are about $5 a dozen, so I refuse to put eggs
down.
Has it gone down?
No, gone down to 5. Because it was 8 for a minute.
Oh, Jesus. That's why I guess I'm not eating eggs these days. But I'm going to stick with what I said in January, and that it's Arsenal's to lose, and I don't expect them to do so. Even with the injuries, Tomiyasu, I'm not so worried about. Saliba is the injury that you're going to be worried about. You got Crystal Palace next, and you got the break.
But listen, you can worry about Saliba all you want, but we got Robbie with the good hair.
Rob Holding.
Robbie with the good
Last
hair.
year,
Robbie
Rob
with
Holding
the good
was
hair.
your
Come on.
absolute
Rob Holding.
kryptonite. You hated when Rob Holding was in.
Listen, he was
And now
bald.
he
He was
plays
bald back then.
He only plays like 10 minutes a game now, and you're like, okay,
He's
that's
been
fine.
growing his hair back, man. That takes a while. Give him a break.
I always felt, goodness,
Gassy? You've always felt gassy?
gassiness. No, the combination of Rob Holding and Gabrielle has always been a bit sketchy. Always mistakes back there with those two together. They don't communicate very well, but maybe.
No, I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready for Robbie with the good hair.
He ain't got no good hair. He's
Oh,
like,
yes, he
he's
does.
like me.
No. Now he's wearing the band. Like he's like, I got too much
He's
hair.
got the Grealish. He's got the Grealish band now.
He did the clearly he did like the surgery or the plugs or whatever. He's got money.
Oh, so
he got some money.
Did he do the LeBron James? Because LeBron James, it used to go back, and then like the biggest comeback in NBA history, his hairline.
Yeah. No, Rob Holding.
And now he's doing car commercials with crabs.
Listen, it's hard to say because Rob Holding and Gabrielle both make plenty of mistakes, but I mean, this season Gabrielle has been absolutely fantastic. He's been absolutely fantastic. Yes, the one time he makes a mistake does tend to lead to a goal, but it's the way that we're all playing. So if you see that he makes a mistake, a goal happens, and you can count the times that's happened, that means it's not happening the rest of the time.
This is true. But
that's
because most of the time Rob Holding, I'm making sure I'm not a mermaid. I'm not a mermaid.
I got my glittery fingernails. Oh, you can't see them. There you go. Got glitter. That's mermaid right there. I was busy earlier. Gary's just shaking his head. Gary doesn't think he wants to be on the show.
We were both at the salon. I don't even need to get up close for mine. They are so damn thick. All right.
Okay. Well, this is fun having you down here in the
basement.
Well,
like I said, I couldn't have you be drinking that shitty beer on St. Patrick's Day. So
now I can go to the bathroom if I need to. Well, I can't. I'm kind of stuck here.
He's actually got a bucket and a hose here.
Got hose all over the basement.
He's got hose.
we better bring some guests on because we now that you're here, I'm like, we're just gonna go in quickly into the nonsense section. And don't forget, I love that crow friend Lolo's beard is so satanic. I love it. Yeah.
I can't grow one.
Yeah.
Mine's very angelic.
Jimmy
but I have the red face, so his beard, my face, we're the devil.
Mm-hmm. He does make me think a lot when I go like,
the beard of contemplation.
Yeah. I didn't think enough. Marky Mark loves those Yorkshire caps.
I do.
Yes, you do.
I do indeed.
That's a Yorkshire one, isn't it?
No, actually, I got this one in New York. The other two, I wanted something that would match the green.
Okay. Well, listen, Gary's been hanging out here, and we've been talking Arsenal, and not been talking all nonsense. It's all been it's kind of been football related.
It's been good.
Let's bring Gary on. Let's see what he's got to say. John, add some fuel to the fire. Gary, he's
hello.
St. Patrick's Day, Gary.
I don't have the Guinness. Sorry.
What is that? A bottle of pee?
What are you drinking?
Gary?
Orange juice.
It's a
or
German.
Apple juice.
It's a German beer.
Apple juice.
Dab, I think is what I call it. I don't know if that's how you say it, but DAB. I guess it's a Borussia Dortmund beer because it's got that all over there.
Borussia Dortmund.
But hey, everybody, welcome to the show.
All right, Gary, are we done as a club? Should we just I took the rest of that beer.
You cunt.
Wasn't it for him anyways? What are you talking about?
Yeah, for real. He's like, I brought you a gift. I brought
you. Oh, look at that.
Tom. That's what we have a director for.
I had to bring him in because he was pouring a Guinness.
It was perfect. And he's pouring it into the cup with the big ears. As
Cup
Nazi
with
likes
the big
to tell
ears.
us,
Very nice.
the only cup that matters is the one with the big ears. And I'm
Very
like,
nice.
yeah, I knew a girl like that in college.
Delicious.
Nice.
Mr. Tom, how are you, my
Oh.
friend?
Happy Paddy's Day, everybody.
Cheers.
Happy Paddy's Day.
Yeah.
So here's the big question, guys. Is it ever okay to refer to it as St. Paddy's Day?
Probably.
Have you been drinking?
The answer's no. Well, I guess that's a good qualifier, Gary. If you've been drinking, then okay. No, my Irish family members and friends who would get mad when I would say St. Paddy's Day, they're like, no, it's either St. Patrick's or it's Paddy's Day.
Hi.
It's Paddy's Day or it's St.
Okay.
Patrick's.
Okay. Good to know. Learn something new every day.
Anders Alexander Isak from Norway.
That
No,
goal
Sweden.
was pretty.
Sorry.
That goal was. I don't know if anybody watched the match.
I've
but
seen
the
it.
goal was he was pretty much off balance and willing it with his flamingo.
He wasn't
tight
off balance.
leg.
He had to adjust to the ball.
The cross
Yeah,
went
well,
behind him.
I mean,
He was a
he-
bit off balance.
He was off balance
He had to be.
because he had to adjust for the
right.
ball. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But it was a very pretty
It's
goal.
beautiful.
Very, very pretty goal.
Mhm.
The
He
cross
recovered it
from
well.
Arsenal's own Joe Willock.
Joe Willock, yeah.
Yeah. Putting in a master
Hang
class
on.
there.
He ain't Arsenal.
Always, Tom. Always.
You sell him.
You don't understand how
No.
this thing works. Once again, Mr. Tom, there's levels to how this
No,
thing works.
No.
Well, if you talk to Najee, everything is X.
No. Yeah, no, I get that. But if Calvin Phillips did something, and I said on this very show, Leeds' his own Calvin Phillips, you would have all said, he don't play for you anymore.
Who said that?
I don't think
I
I,
don't-
would.
I don't-
Happen.
You
Not
you
us.
don't even talk
Not us.
about him in a good sense. You'll never say that. You don't like
Not
you
us.
don't like him that he left.
I have no problem with Calvin Phillips.
You never
Tom,
talk
I
about
think
him in a good
it's
light.
the wrong group of people that you're yelling at right now, because yes, some people might be mad for that, but to me, the reason I love Calvin Phillips is because of Leeds, not
Right,
because of
exactly.
City. So
Right.
I would claim I will continue to say Leeds' own.
Calvin.
Calvin.
No, no,
Remember
no,
the
no.
Now, my
coach says he
question
doesn't,
about
he
Calvin
doesn't even play
Phillips
for
is
No,
this.
you
City
said
either, man.
Arsenal's own, and all I was saying is he's not on loan from you. They paid for him.
Yeah,
Permanent. It's done.
it's
Why you
see,
gotta
when,
be all
when,
like
when you're a
what's
big
you-
club,
he's like-
Tom. When you're a big club, it runs in your veins no matter what. You
Right,
know.
right.
Sorry.
So I want to
Yeah, but we-
ask a
yeah, but
question
we are
about
big club,
I want to
so I know
ask a
these things.
question about Calvin Phillips here. How is it that the man has played maybe 90 minutes all season
We're a club you've
for
never beat
Man
at Wembley.
City, and he's been named to the English national team? How is that even possible?
Yeah, well, who's he not going to start behind? He's not going to start because the guy who's going to start ahead of him is fucking relegation fodder right now with West Ham. Declan Rice. Like, the reason is because those two are awesome.
Yeah.
How does Harry Maguire get in the team?
I don't think he's on this team. I don't think he was named in this one.
And Ben White, nowhere near it.
Connor Cody, nowhere near it.
Relegation fodder.
Well, he might as well not play for two teams.
Right.
So Leeds his own, you know. He's not Leeds United, but the city.
I've got no ill will towards him. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's all.
He's one of he's
Good
one of
luck to
Leeds'
him.
own. He's born and raised, isn't he?
So Tom, do you think
He
Leeds
was-
United?
He was the wrong example. He was the wrong example. I should have used a former Leeds player that wasn't born and bred through the academy.
Rafinha.
Yes.
We
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
we
that
wouldn't
was
say
a-
Rafinha. However, Joe Willock was with Arsenal for a while since he was a little kid. So we had seen him growing up. Like, it feels like anytime I see and now I'm totally blanking. Who?
I don't know. I can't read your mind.
Iwobi. Iwobi. Anytime I see Iwobi playing for Everton, and I had this argument on Twitter where I said there are only 2 times a season where I do not wish well for Iwobi, and those are the times when he's playing Arsenal. The rest of the time, I'm very happy for Iwobi. It just didn't work out with Arsenal at the time. Now, maybe if he was on Arsenal, he could be doing some stuff, but it took him getting playing time. He needed playing time.
Do you think that he would get playing
No.
time
Well,
now? Who does he come in
No.
for?
Well, he would be like a Reece Nelson type of substitute.
Reserve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Europa League.
Yeah,
FA
so
Cup,
I mean,
all
he
those
didn't
things
get
that we aren't
he
doing.
didn't get minutes then, and he wouldn't get minutes now.
But his career could have died had he stayed at Arsenal. And now he's worth some money. He's
fair enough.
lots of teams are because he needed that playing time.
Fair enough.
He needed that playing time. And it's the exact opposite of what happened with Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips was, I mean, he didn't play all that much.
The king
at
of the
Leeds.
midfield.
He didn't play all that much at Leeds. He was always injured.
That's not exactly true.
Yeah, but we always
He
won
was
when he played.
his final year. His final year, he was injured quite a bit.
So are we going back to championship? Like that?
No.
That's when-
Well, I mean,
the
you're
first season he played half the year.
He played a little bit more
Half
than
the
that.
year.
I don't know.
He disappears.
I
for
just
8
still don't
weeks, and then
understand
you
why
lose.
he made the
I'm
national
gonna go to
team.
the bathroom already.
He's popped the seal already.
See, my bladder knows you being here allows me to go to the bathroom. So my bladder was like, let's do it.
You know. So, Gary,
Yes, sir.
are you sad to lose in such a way to Sporting?
I shouldn't be because I've seen it. What now? 3
You
times.
saw it
now?
coming?
No, I've seen the
Yeah?
same scenario 3 times now. So under the same manager. So no, I shouldn't be surprised, but I am disappointed that we lost. He doesn't at least. Oh yeah, here we go. This is what I was thinking about the other day, or a couple hours ago. Was he wins the FA Cup using the players that he has in the best positions for them. But now, if he goes to his second, goes to his bench, they have to fit into whatever hole he's created. They can't deter from that. They have to fit in, or else they can't play for him. And if they try to, it doesn't work because they're not the same player. So then they struggle.
You're a little choppy in the audio there, Gary. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Sounds good to
His
me.
audio was fine to me.
All right, so maybe it's
Oh,
just
really?
Mark. You've been drinking?
Yes, he
Yes,
has
he's been
been.
drinking.
Oh,
He
no,
does.
you know what it
Goes away
is?
from that one.
He's got the receiver in his head.
I'm the receiver.
He's the receiver. Don't you
A
forget.
wide receiver, or a not so wide
It's
receiver.
more like a
Not that wide.
more like a tight end.
Used to be.
All right, let's get,
Jesus.
so I don't know.
Okay.
Did I
So
make it-
anyway, Gary,
did I
can
make any
go ahead
sense?
and repeat that.
No, I
No,
was
because
saying
you
that.
were cutting out for me.
All right, so Mark didn't hear it. So everybody, you're gonna have to hear it again. So here we go.
We'll just have him rewatch it tomorrow.
No, what I was saying is that
Watch our
Arteta.
show.
Go, Gary.
There we go. All right. As I was saying, Arteta won the FA Cup using the players that he had and getting the best out of them. Now, whenever he goes to the bench, he says, "Do what the other guy did," and guess what? They can't because that's why they come off the bench and they struggle. And I understand why he can't change the play when he brings on certain players because they can't. They're not cookie cutter players. They're not the exact same. This isn't City. They don't offer the same kind of performances as the starters. So he needs to adjust, and he never does. So we just struggle, and we ask players to do too much. And I think that's what he does, and that's why we struggle when we go to our bench, and that's why we struggle when we go into these cup matches because he doesn't want to put his starters in. And guess what? As many people have said, it's not going to change it when we get to the Champions League if we make it there, right? You're going to have to play your starters in short weeks. They're going to have to be able to play those types of games. If you have Bayern Munich and City in the same week, you're not sitting your starters. So he's going to have to either learn how to do that or learn how to adjust with the players that he has and get the best out of them and get, have them overachieve. And he doesn't do that. And that's my struggle with him. And that's probably just because he's young. He hasn't figured it out. But also, I would have thought he's got managers on the side that can help him out with that. So if he can win the FA Cup with players that aren't his style, then he can get the best out of the players when he goes to his bench because he picked them. right? You picked them for a reason, so get the best out of them, and then maybe we don't struggle in these situations. I don't think Sporting is that much better than us, but the fact that, as I said, Saka, Martinelli, Erdegaard, Jesus, Martinelli didn't score in a two-legged affair is a problem. When you've got double-digit scorers in the Premier League not being able to score in a two-legged affair, tell me there's a problem there.
Yeah. I think the problem for me was the just out and out, almost open net opportunities that Arsenal had. You know, there was a misplay coming out the back by Sporting, and Trossard jumped on it, and the goalie's like completely out of position. And, you know, Trossard goes for, I don't know if it goes over the net or hits the post, but it was in like the 100th and some odd minute.
He saved it.
No.
There's one he saved, but earlier he got it past the goalkeeper to hit the post. There's one that hit the post. It was a good shot. I mean, just think about it. Even Jesus put it, nutmegged the defender, and the goalkeeper got a paw on it. So yes, unlucky, but I think Saki, I don't even know if he took a shot in the game yesterday or, on Thursday. Do you remember if he took a shot? It didn't seem like it, and he usually shows up for us,
No, and to me, it just, this is what worries me about Arsenal is like, are our players overperforming? Because Gary, what you just said of, you cannot just cookie cutter replace a player and tell them go out and do the same thing they were doing. That's why Eddie Nketiah is not a direct replacement for Gabriel Jesus. You need to alter what you're doing, and I felt like we did that. But that's why you saw the drop off in Martinelli's numbers during the Nketiah era of this season, because Nketiah is a much different player than Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus is constantly opening up holes and space for everybody else. So that's why somebody like Trossard comes in, and all of a sudden Martinelli's firing again and Saka's firing, because Trossard is a lot more similar to Jesus than Nketiah as far as a forward position is. But Fabio Vieira,
he wasn't very good.
I'm sorry, that dude. Like you
know what?
He needs a new position.
Fabio
he
Vieira
is not Odegaard. He's not fucking Odegaard, and he can't do what Odegaard. 2 times he got the ball at his feet in the box and did something stupid with it. Either tried to like back heel flick to Xhaka, who was like standing there going, "Why are you yelling at me? Shoot the fucking shot." Or another one where he tried another stupid pass where it's like, turn and shoot. Or get out of the box. If you're in the box, fucking turn and shoot.
No, I mean, for me, I think it's a case of if Vieira plays, then Partey has to play, or or if Jorginho plays, then Erdegaard has to play, because they just can't. We can't have Jorginho and Vieira playing in that midfield. It just weakens it so much that we don't get much control. So,
Yeah, but Jimmy, if we're not moaning about it now and we lose and we do not win the league, then you'll be like, well, you should have worried about this 10 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, we'll never win with you guys.
No, we'll never win with any of you guys. All right.
I want to ask before we move on, I want to ask Mr. Tom, here you go, honey. Drink your medicine.
I still have it.
I want to ask Mr. Tom, you sound like you watched the Sporting Arsenal match, right?
I've seen bits of it.
Okay, so I know how many times I saw the goal, but how many times did you watch Goncalves goal?
Can we move on? Actually, you know what? Mr. Tom doesn't need to. Mr. Tom does not need to answer that.
Gary, please. Can you not appreciate that goal, even regardless of what it was against?
I don't like it. It could have been the best goal in the world. I don't care.
It was incredible.
It
It
kind
was
of was one of the best goals I've seen.
It was incredible.
Who was
It
the guy that
incredible
did
goal.
the same? Who was the guy that did the same goal in the Euros? Was it
Patrick Schick?
Sheck.
Yeah,
Sheck? Yeah.
yeah,
Schick.
Yeah, he plays for
It was
Bayer
Schick.
Leverkusen.
yeah. That was probably the last time I saw something like this. But I watched that like 4 or 5 times just to count how far it was. Just to do the math. It's like, okay, 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh,
It's not the
shit.
first time Arsenal have conceded that goal either.
No, this
Yeah.
is
Gotta
also
go.
true.
You got to go back about 30 years, but
All right, like
No,
I said,
it's a
can we
hell-
move
it's-
on?
It's
Nah,
a hell of a goal,
nobody
and,
wants to
and
hear
it was
about it.
shot very, very well.
Cheers to the
No,
Arsenal
no,
fan
it's
circle channel.
terrible.
Cheers, Arsenal, slancha.
Let's talk about something else besides that goal.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of
oh,
Vieira,
yeah.
can
Let's
we?
talk about anything other than Arsenal then.
I
Can
didn't
we
say that.
talk
Did I
about-
say that? What do you want to talk about, Mr. Tom?
We're going
I
to talk
don't
about
care,
Patrick
really.
Vieira being sacked by Crystal Palace, guys. Do you?
Not a shock.
They're in 12th place. Last season, he got them to their highest point total in basically their history. Got them to
Yeah.
a cup final
Yeah.
or close to it, semifinal.
That's true. That's true.
Well,
Everything you said is true.
and
And
this
for
is
that,
a
Well, I'm not
and for that,
surprised, though.
and for that,
This is
they gave him what in the transfer market? Anybody know?
Fuck off.
Sambi Lakanga.
It's like they hated him all along.
Not good enough for Arsenal. Not good enough for Crystal Palace.
And he starts every fucking game. It's like,
Listen, I
Jesus.
can
But
tell
isn't
you.
that
I can tell you why.
That's what I
you
want.
him to start it. You want him to
That's
play
what I
every
want.
minute.
But I mean, pobre fucking Patrick Vieira, he's like asking for certain things.
Look at Mr. Tom. Gotta love him.
I'm reading our comment section. I'll have you know. A wonderful comment
my
section.
question is, should Roy Hodgson come back to Crystal Palace, and should Paddy Vieira head on up to Leeds United?
Roy Hobbs,
Roy Hobbs. Yes.
the natural.
the natural.
What was the name of his bat?
Well,
What boy?
I think it needs to be said first and foremost. Although they're factually in 12th,
Wonder Boy.
12th in any other season and 12th this season is clearly 2 different things.
I
'Cause
agree.
They're 2
3
games. They're
points,
2
yeah.
games away. They're 2 games away from being stone last. So, and
Yes.
the way they're trending, they would have ended up stone last.
Maybe.
Because the
What changes their trend?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you why. They've not won since December the 31st. I think they're the only team in about 6 tiers in England that have not won a football match in this year. They went 3 games without a shot on target. They've gone at least 4 games without a goal. How do you defend that?
But you make it sound like
Well, you
everybody
know,
below them is actually, ripping it up and chasing up the table. They're not.
no,
It's
that's
not
the
happening.
point. No, that's the point.
But Gary, I think that is very true. I think
point
what
is
is
they're lucky they
happening is
haven't.
we're seeing the kind of like the league condense. 3 or 4 weeks ago, 12 to last play or 12 to just the start of, or the end of the relegation, however you want. 18th place was 6 games. Then the week later it was 5, and then 4, and now it's 3. My question is why? Is the same question I had for Leeds. Why now? There are 10 games left. And Mr. Tom, you are absolutely correct about, when their last win was, when their last goal was. But I got 2 things here. For one, Crystal Palace played Brighton very, very strong. That they obviously still played for Vieira. They haven't won since the 31st or Boxing Day. But I want to point out is that they were 12th place then, and they're 12th place now.
Yeah,
nobody's chasing them. Nobody's running them
No
down.
one is really
10
making the
matches
move.
ago, they were 11th. They've dropped one spot, and it
And Gary, in that time, they have played Manchester City. They played Brighton twice. They
Yeah.
played Brentford. They
They've
played
played the top
Liverpool.
8, I
they
think,
played
6 out of
Manchester United.
8 matches.
They played
so
Newcastle.
not easy
They played
matches.
Manchester United again. Listen, they lost to Man United. They drew to United. They drew Newcastle. They drew Brighton. They drew Liverpool. They lost to Villa, lost to City. But I mean, like, to me, yes, that form isn't great. But these are all 1-0, 1-0, 1-1 sort of things. Where if you bring in a new manager, what does the new manager bounce usually get you? It usually gets you a clean sheet. That's what a new manager can usually do, is pull everything back and say, let's defend. Right now, that's the only thing Crystal Palace are doing, is defending. They're not scoring goals. How do you get a new manager to come in and go, oh, Zaha, you remember how you weren't scoring goals? Now score goals.
Now think about this. After they play Arsenal, they play Leicester City, Leeds, Southampton, Everton, Wolves, West Ham, that team, Bournemouth, Fulham, and Nottingham Forest. So there's nothing to say. Like, if you're looking at that schedule, there's no reason to make a change, because it's not like, as you say, they've gone through the
Paddy
gauntlet
will
now,
win those,
and they've
yeah.
actually been able to stay in the same position. So going forward, they're playing teams below them as opposed to teams in the top 8. So
Yeah, but the point is, teams that are below them are not below them by a lot. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Is
but
that
they've
teams
been
that
like
beat
that
them
for
will
a long
leapfrog
time.
them. No, they've not been
You
like
make
that
it-
for a long
you-
time.
But they're playing
They've
tougher
not won for
opponents.
4. They've not won for 3
They're
months.
playing tougher opponents. That's the problem. You're looking at their results and going, "Oh, that's bad results." But as we said, they're playing 6 out of the top.
They played
Six-
Brighton
six- they
twice,
played 6
United
out-
twice, Liverpool,
Okay,
City,
okay.
Chelsea.
Rewind to the part where I said they're a bad football team and the part where I said I think they're going down. Never said either. I just said why I think he's been sacked.
No,
No, but
I don't think
but it
I don't
doesn't
think
make
we're
any sense,
actually
though,
yelling
right?
at
Because
you, Tom.
now a new manager comes in. They're playing worse teams. So is it really the manager's fault? No, the
You'll
team,
find out
and if you
they're
don't give
worse
him any
teams
help,
after they play them.
So the reason why I'm mad about this mostly is because
Because he played for Arsenal.
no, because they're
that's
like,
never always the answer.
the fucking new manager bounce is gonna happen against Arsenal. Of course, you're gonna get this because we play them next. But then,
like Sunday, there's no new manager coming in on Sunday.
yeah, but here's the thing: you know who's gonna manage for them?
You got to have a new manager to get a
You,
bounce.
you know who's gonna manage for them?
Thank you, Tom.
You know who's gonna manage for them? It's gonna be a new manager because he hasn't managed for them before.
Well, it's probably going to be an
It's
assistant.
actually
Yeah,
one of their,
and-
no, it's their former
and do you know
defender.
what his name is?
I forget what.
His name is
What's today?
Patrick
Is it Bond?
Day.
His
James
name
Bond?
is Paddy. His fucking name is Paddy. So they
Yeah, but the guy
decided
might
on
have been played
fucking
on Paddy.
Paddy's day, we're gonna fire Patrick Vieira and let the under 21s or whoever Paddy. It's all lining up for an Arsenal loss on Sunday. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's not.
And I'm like,
It's the
fucking
best
furious.
team up, not the 17th.
Gary, help me out here.
No.
I don't want to believe whatever you're
Conspiracy
drinking. I don't
theory.
want it. I don't want that drink.
All I
No,
know,
but you know what?
is that
Arsenal lost to an interim manager when United let go their manager. I recall that. So our luck
He
against
lost
these,
to Sean fucking Dyche.
yeah, no, but we've lost to some bad
that's not a
managers,
bad
but
thing.
Lost to some bad
it's not a bad
managers.
thing. Stop that! You said it with a smile on your face.
How dare you
Yeah,
say
but
that
I
about Sean
Yeah,
love-
cameraman,
I
move to the
love
right.
Sean
Cut that
Dyche.
guy out.
Hey, Gary.
Yes, sir.
As much as you want to punch this dude every Friday night on the screen, he's sitting right next to me right now.
It's really easy to do it.
Bad. It's bad.
That will make for some.
to
That will
keep my
make for
hands
some good
busy.
Friday night video. Come on, let's get the. We need some likes.
It's like
Come on.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots. No, man. I just look.
There you go.
Yes,
Full Nelson.
the fool Nelson Available
thank you.
every Wednesday.
John's like, "Are we done with this show yet? Can we start rolling the credits?"
We're doing a live show tomorrow night as well.
Mr. POTUS 5000, while I agree with you that that Crystal Palace was fools and they were fool Nelsons to fire Patrick Vieira, I don't see. I'm sorry, but like Tomiyasu could be on the wing and or coming from the back and on his crutches, and Crystal Palace is not beating Arsenal. There's just no way because again, I saw a Crystal Palace team that played hard for Patrick Vieira in that 1-0 loss against Brighton. And they were just unlucky in that match. They had shots, and I think they were some of their first shots on goal that they've seen in 3 or 4 games. And I think they're going to be a little kind of bummed out. They're going to it's a big letdown. It's like, we played hard for this guy and you fired him. It's not like Frank Lampard. Everton was not playing for him. They gave up. They were like, we don't want to play for this guy.
Vieira's would be really nice.
Vieira is a legend. This is a player.
Sambi was happy to go there because he's like, I'm going to play.
Love him or hate him, but Lampard is a bit of a legend too.
He's a British legend.
Oh, no, Mark's on society. This plays into betting in the dark. Thank you, Mark. That's gonna play into that. Thank you very much. I should preface that my betting in the dark was picked on Thursday night, so I may have gone for something different had I known about the sacking. Just putting that out there.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of names being thrown around in the comments section right now. Edward, Alton Edward, who was fantastic for Celtic. Olise,
I'd be fantastic for Celtic.
Eze hasn't been the same since that Achilles injury, though.
Tom, what?
I'd be fantastic for Celtic. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Are you Catholic or Protestant? You can't
Oh,
you
who
can't just
gives a
scream
fuck?
Jesus Christ when you're who gives a fuck? They do.
Well, what?
Bremner's ghost, that was amazing.
Frank Lamprey. These are quality. I don't know if you're drinking too much or not drinking enough, Timmy, but these comments are
I wouldn't
fire.
have called him a bloodsucker, but I would have called him a something. So anyway, yeah. So
Max
too far. Yeah, see, but
Not far enough, Tom.
like scoring loads of goals for Celtic. What's that actually mean? Like Alfredo Morelos scores like 30 goals a season for Rangers, but no one's had a punt on him yet. Because deep down people think he's bollocks. He's going to get sent off more than he scores. In England, in the Premier League, he will get sent off more than he scores. I'm telling you that now. I believe he's Colombian. That's for the benefit of anyone who don't know who I'm talking about. I'm not saying he'll get sent off because he's Colombian.
Vieira.
Patrick Vieira.
Vieira.
Patrick Vieira.
Patrick Vieira.
If you're listening to the
They're
English
passionately defending
pundits.
him.
All right. So, Mr. Tom, the question to you, though, the more important question is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson actually related to Roman Reigns or not? That's the question.
Oh, it's funny. He's in the cup, ironically.
Who?
Didn't know if you.
Oh, that is.
Dwayne
Oh,
"The Rock"
look at
Johnson
me. Look at me.
in
There
the
you
cup.
go.
Very nice.
The arms are springing.
And-
Oh, wow.
And so, is he related to Roman Reigns or not?
This was sent to me by BxGunner. Just in case anyone didn't know. Anyway, I don't believe he's actually related, but he is related in the they're all Samoan, so they say they're related, and they're a lot bigger than me. So I'm just going to go with what they say.
I agree. I smell what you're cooking.
No, that's actually wrong.
That's one of my favorite catchphrases by The Rock. You smell what I'm cooking?
I don't care, Mark. You're just wrong. You're just fucking wrong. No. Yeah. No. Is Tom? Sorry. A quick little wrestling side note here. Is Roman Reigns related to Jason Momoa? Because they look exactly alike.
I believe they're twins, but not related.
Twins from a different mother. I've heard about that.
I believe so, yeah.
The cheating bitch.
Well, you might as well go for the trifecta. One more nonsensical question.
Okay, well here is the biggest one that you remember the Bushwhackers, right?
Yes. I used to have their toys, but
are they related to the Trash Man from Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh, of course they are.
Just get in the middle of the ring and eat trash.
I eat trash. I just eat
That's
trash.
Danny DeVito, right?
First time I saw that, I nearly pissed my pants. It was so goddamn funny. And then poor Cricket takes the garbage can to the head and gets tetanus or something like that.
And see, Bushwhackers had it nailed because they were like, listen, we're not very popular right now, but all these action figures are popular. And what moves can they do? The only move the action figure can do was one arm up, one arm down. And they're like, that's our move. They have to make action figures out of us now. And they did. I own them.
Oh, if you could do a chart, like a graph on basically how cool I think they was when I was a kid to how cool they actually were when I got older, it would significantly go down. Because I was like, the more older I got, I was like, they're not actually very good and they actually never win. But when I was a kid, I was like, oh yeah, they're really fun and they lick people. And I was like, actually, people should probably get a tetanus.
But they serve a purpose. They serve a purpose. It's just like, know, Burnley and teams like that. You know, they serve a purpose. We need somebody to be in the league for us to beat on, and then you go back for a while and make.
Right.
And Southampton,
we'll see you in a couple of seasons, and we'll do it all over again.
If you got anybody good, we'll go ahead and buy them from you, and you can have a Snickers.
Exactly.
I'm mildly surprised at the analogy there, because you're probably right. You can't have stars without people to make them look like stars.
Yeah, exactly. Where everybody's like,
so I'm a star. Who makes me look like a star?
No, this is the whole point of the show, Gary. Is the only reason I have all you guys on here is to beat up on you and make me look good.
I knew it.
Because I make them so pretty.
I was like, Mark, I need a co-host for my show. Somebody who doesn't know anything about football, so I sound like I know what I'm talking about.
I will return.
Mark, you have to be okay with me yelling at you.
That lasted a season and a half because I learned quick.
How much are you getting paid for this? Because you do a good job.
I get paid in insults.
Oh, yes.
I'm a Wolves fan. They made me a Wolves fan.
Good job, Lolo.
I told you just don't be Arsenal or
no,
City.
you told me.
What is this? What is this World Cup thing he's talking about? I don't know what World Cup.
Don't be a United fan, a Man United fan. And don't be a Spurs fan. Those were your only criteria.
Arsenal, I didn't want you to be Arsenal. Either.
I didn't want to be Arsenal. Yeah. I didn't want to be top 5, top 6, top 7, whatever it is.
Mo Master is here. So, guys, it's time to turn to the Real Madrid corner. Who thinks Real Madrid is going to beat Chelsea in the Champions League?
That'd be funny if they don't win.
Yeah.
I think Real Madrid's going to lose the first leg. Let's say 7-0. 7-0.
Not a chance, you little Nancy.
Not a chancey little Nancy. But then Chelsea are gonna fucking lose it like 8-9-2.
So you're predicting a Real Madrid Liverpool-like comeback. Because didn't Liverpool
you can't even call it.
You can't even
call it. No, last season it was
Liverpool
City
was down. Was it 2 years ago?
No. Real Madrid was down against PSG, came all the way back and beat them. Was down against City, came all the way back and beat them. Liverpool came all the way back. Like, if you don't absolutely demolish and put your like a cigarette butt, if you don't like squish it, they're gonna come back and win because they're a terrible team. Mo Master, they're a terrible team. But like terrible things, like cigarette butts, if you don't put it out, it will start a bushfire.
They'll get you.
It will start a bushfire. I don't know what I'm saying.
I've poured the perfect pint. What are you talking about?
That was a perfect point.
It should take 2 minutes.
I don't have the
before.
I've got the ears here, but not the ears here.
Delicious. Yeah, that's what they say, Mo Master. That is what they say. So, guys, who do you guys think is going to win the Champions League right now? We've got teams like Napoli, Benfica, Man City, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Milan.
I think Napoli will make it to the semi-final, but I think they lack the experience of the big occasion. Don't get me wrong, right? They're amazing, clearly, and they've got the best draw they probably could have hoped for. In playing a team from their own league, that they're obviously doing significantly better than AC Milan are the current champions, but at Napoli are head and shoulders above everyone else in that league at the moment.
They're like,
clearly.
how far clear are they right now?
That's like 18 points, something like that. Could be wrong, but it's
18
along
points.
those lines.
What is it? Legal? Not legal.
Serie A.
Serie A.
Pardon
me, folks. Just 18 points clear, motherfuck.
When they come up against Real Madrid, they will come unstuck.
Crazy.
So they could win the league. Do they have 20 teams, 38 matches? So they have 12 matches left.
They only need 20 more points to win the title. Something like
oh, God,
if they win their next 6 matches, they're done. Like, wow. That is
Did
fucking
they do the
incredible.
semi-final draw as well?
For Champions League, yeah. Oh, no. Sorry. No. I don't think so.
No, I think they usually do both the quarters and the semi. I know they did last year.
You see, yeah.
But I only know they did it last year because everyone was saying it was fixed for Liverpool because they got. I could have this wrong, but it was basically like they got Benfica and then Villarreal or something like that.
Yeah.
But basically Napoli, if they keep the way they're going, then they'll challenge for it. But realistically, as soon as they get like Bayern,
the problem for me with Napoli is that they haven't been like fully demolishing teams yet. Like, they haven't.
Wait, what?
They've been winning.
Yeah.
In their
that was the aggregate.
Yeah, but they won 2-0 and 3-0.
Yeah,
but it was like I don't know.
Didn't they demolish Liverpool as well? Or
Liverpool, but Liverpool are terrible.
Yeah, that is fair.
I thought Liverpool.
I will say that the matchup of Man City and Bayern is going to be really exciting to see.
That's going to be really good.
It's always exciting at this stage.
So here you go, Tom. I think I have something here for you. Is this what we're talking about? Yeah. So for Real Madrid, Chelsea, So it's set up right now for Napoli to get to the final.
Oh, I did. Yeah. I'll change what I'm saying then purely because I didn't know it was bracketed like that. My apologies.
Yeah, because right now you have Real Madrid, Chelsea, City, and Bayern all on one side.
If City makes it past Bayern Munich, they're going to be beat up, right? So they're going to be a lot of tread on those tires going back.
Gary, we want City to have a rough 2 matches against Bayern, but advance.
Correct, sir.
That is correct. We want them to go all the way and then lose to Benfica.
City isn't like this.
Is it unfair to say the winner of
April? It's like a month
Is it
away.
Unfair to say the winner of the
league is going to be over
tournament on the left
done and dusted
thinks it will win the tournament?
What? Say it again, Mr. Tom. Sorry.
Is it unfair to suggest that the team that wins the 4-team tournament on the left, Real Madrid, Chelsea, Bayern, and the other one, can't remember, will fancy their chances against whoever wins the one on the right? Man City.
I don't know what you're talking
That's the
about.
problem, though, because you beat it's a gauntlet, right? It's not going to be easy to make it through there. Whoever makes it through
Oh, of course
those
it's- of
two
course it's not.
matches, right? Those 2 legs. So I think you might make it, but you might be in a state, especially if you're still trying to compete for your league, your domestic league, right? Like Napoli will be playing. If Napoli were to make it, they're playing with house money, right?
Got to put it another way, guys. I've been talking about this far longer than I actually care about it because my team's in a relegation battle. I don't really give a fuck who wins Champions League.
Okay, Tom, let's hear it. Who do you actually care about?
Well, I kind of care about at the moment, like the likes of Southampton and Leeds. Well, obviously Leeds more, but like Southampton, Leeds, Wolves, even. Let's say everyone up to Crystal Palace, the magic number of whatever they're on.
I gotta pee again, man.
I watch
know what
their
Tom's
games
talking
like
about.
a fucking hook. Like a fucking hook. I watch their games. I'm just like, oh, God. Oh, I mean, because like our goal difference, like people were saying earlier, Crystal Palace only lose these games, like they're drawing 0-0s and they're winning 1-0 or losing 1-0. I'm like, that's what's happening to us. Problem is, we've lost them 1-0 slightly more than they have. Not recently, but
yeah. Well, you notice I'm not talking any shit this time around.
No, because it was very naive of you, and I think you've learned that.
I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. It was a valuable lesson. I think we're a better team than we were at the first week, but I'm still not ever going to say that the Wolves are going to come out and tear into Leeds. I honestly think it could very easily be a 0-0 because it's very hard to see where the goals will come from.
I think what you got to keep in mind sorry, Gary, relegation battle talk here.
Yeah,
but there are levels.
What is that?
Obviously,
what is that?
As you say, yeah, I don't know. You wouldn't know about any of this. Sorry. Leeds versus Wolves are actually the only match between that bottom 8 teams. Or bottom 9, sorry.
So whoever wins
the
is
other
in the driver's
7.
seat.
No, what I mean is the other 7 are playing the teams above. So ideally, whoever wins out of Wolves and Leeds are going to pull a lot of points on the other 7. Well, the 8, including the other team.
I'm surprised you haven't said it yet, Mr. Tom. Why are Leeds going to win?
Well, I hope we'll go into win.
No, why?
Obviously.
Why are they going to win? You haven't said it yet. Come on. What's that thing on it?
Transmit a thought into my
What's
mind,
that thing on the top of your lip there? That's a hint.
Oh,
I got it.
I've been sitting here waiting for this. I'm like, come on.
Oh, no. Now, let's be fair. Let me put it another way. How much have Barcelona won since they sold Firpo? Let me just float that out there.
They're going to win the league, probably.
Yeah, but that's because they bought another one of our players. So,
Junior Firpo. Okay, guys. Well, it is just about time for our bio break. Not mine. I just went. Sorry. But when we get back, Mr. Tom, you and I need to have a discussion when we get back about why I am concerned about Arsenal playing Leeds United in a couple weeks' time.
Do we know what's playing for the bio break?
I'm surprised that you are.
Yes, we do. I just added it right now somehow. See, look at me. I'm peeing. I'm uploading videos. I'm talking. I'm hosting. I'm doing everything. Here we go. Everybody, so now's the time. We have another episode of In the Crapper featuring Spawny Mark and
Is it a
his
new
toilet.
episode?
It absolutely is a new episode. Nobody's seen it, including me.
Is it a stinky one?
I didn't even see it.
You didn't even see it?
It's
No, he was
true.
looking
I just
out.
film it. I just film it.
He closes his eyes and he wipes afterwards.
Well, that's what I was gonna. I didn't really need to go into detail, but thanks now.
You did,
Thanks. Oh,
There you go. All right, everybody. So we will be back in just about 6 minutes, and then we're going to do some betting in the dark with Mr. Tom. And then Gary and I are going to talk to you Leeds United fans about why Leeds United could potentially pull an upset over Arsenal. Y'all ready for that? They are not.
What's going on?
Let's-
It's Funny Mark here, coming at you from In the Crapper, and I'm talking that very exciting race in the Premier League known as the relegation battle. A couple of weeks ago, it was 12, the bottom 12, almost half the table, 5 points away from relegation. Last week, it was 4, and now it is 3. But the crazy thing is the teams at the bottom are not the worst teams in the Premiership. That goes to someone else. Last week, I think we had Southampton, Bournemouth, and Everton all facing relegation, and we've got a little bit of a mix-up or a little thing mixing around in there. But guess what? I don't want to talk about those teams because those teams are playing really well. For instance, the worst team in the league, record-wise, we got Southampton, but they have managed to earn 7 points in their last 4 or 5 matches. That's not shitty. That's actually pretty decent. I think that's right up there with my Wolves. In fact, I wouldn't even, if I'm a Southampton fan, I'm not afraid of Tottenham, who I get at home this weekend. But the team that is one of the, is the worst right now is Leicester. Those Foxes, they have not won in their last 4 matches, and not only that, but have only managed 1 goal. I know a lot of you people are looking at that goal differential and going, well, comparatively, they're going to be okay. But just remember, 4 weeks ago, Leicester's goal differential was -2. Now it is -9. At that rate, they're going to catch up, and that tiebreaker is going to disappear. They get Brentford away. I don't see their fortunes changing anytime soon. At the 19th spot in the league, we have unfortunately Leeds United with 23 points, but they have managed 4 points, respectable, in their last 4 matches. They get my Wolves at Molineux, and hey, who knows what happens? We all know what happened last time. My little mea culpa from Pittsburgh going, please, Leeds fans, I'm sorry I talked so much shit. I did apologize, though. But in this spot, very well could be a team that fired their manager today. Crystal Palace, who has not won in like their last 10. They haven't had a shot on goal in quite a while, although I think they did have one a couple of days ago against Brighton. And that's the sad thing about the fact that they fired Patrick Vieira is that I saw a Palace team that played for their manager, that fought hard to try and get that victory, to get those points, and so it doesn't make sense to me that you would let a kind of a team manager, he's well liked, I believe, or it seems to me. And you're doing it 10, 12 games before the end of the season. I think this is really, really, really poor decision-making by Crystal Palace's board. But hey, at least you could have done is wait till after they lost to Arsenal. It just doesn't make sense to me. In the final spot, in the 18th spot, we got Bournemouth. They beat Liverpool, and no one expected that. In fact, Bournemouth, while sitting in the relegation zone, have had 7 points in their last 4. They have been playing well, and I expect that to continue when they play against Aston Villa this weekend. Aston Villa, they're the Jekyll and Hyde team. We don't know who you're going to get, but Bournemouth could easily win this. But a team that's playing pretty poorly and could be in Bournemouth's shoes and very well could be very soon is Nottingham Forest. They have not won in a while. They've got 2 points to show for their last 4 games and have been leaking goals like nobody's business. And I think a lot of that has to do with some of the, with Nick Pope's suspension and, I'm sorry. It's not Nick Pope. Nick Pope plays today. He's playing against Nottingham Forest. That's what's up. Although Nick Pope should not be playing this particular game because he should have gotten a red card against my Wolves. That was pretty tragic with that no call. But anyway, I digress. Regardless, Nottingham Forest has been leaking goals like crazy. 10 goals in their last 4 games. 2 points for the 2 draws they have to show for it. They get Newcastle later on today. And the only positive point is that they play them at home. So we'll see what happens. And that is the report on the mighty relegation battle. It is actually more exciting than the race for top 4. I'm Spawny. It stinks in here. I'm out.
Yo!
And that's the way it is.
It's the way it shits.
That's the way the shit bounces. Anyway.
All right. Well done there. Mr. Tom, this is on you. What would you like to do? Would you like to talk about Leeds United Arsenal coming up? Because I have some thoughts. Or
Leeds United and Arsenal? We barely talked about Leeds United and Wolves.
yeah, and we're done with it.
We just did. That was really good. And everybody, next up is...
You're like, we barely talked about it, and I thought that was sufficient. Okay. Or we're going to do them both. Or we can go into betting in the dark.
I personally think it would be more just easier to get betting in the dark out of the way, then do the football talk.
Let's do it.
That's why it was
betting in the dark with Mr. Tom.
Come on, love, place your bets.
Hey, what are they saying? Because I've been listening to it for a very long time, and I'll keep guessing.
Come on, love, place your bets.
Oh, place your. I thought it was something a little. I thought it was.
What's that?
I thought it was something a little bit nasty.
Stop attacking the rock, Cyril.
Show your bits.
Show your naughty bits.
The lighter's in there. All right.
I like the little hats. Just gonna say.
See, I do it. I use this finger.
Right. I know you're going to get upset at this, all right, because you're going to be like, this is too low. Sorry, lads. This is just a nice little palate cleanser. Yeah. Nice little, just cleanse the palate. A nice quick 50 quid to start the weekend. All right. We're going to go for the obvious outcome. Tottenham going to nick a 1-0 win. It's going to be Harry Kane. And obviously Romero's going to get carded because when isn't he carded?
This is true.
He already sat out of the game? Or did he get a red in like?
Yeah, I thought
he got
was
red in the Champions League.
Oh, it was a Champions League. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, Tottenham are in the
what I say-
Champions League?
Not
They
anymore.
They were until he got sent off because he wanted to get out of the Champions League quicker than they did.
I can't bet for this team to win, so I don't even know. I hate this bet.
No, but here's
Against
what you do, Gary.
Southampton at home. That's a tough task.
You put $1 on this, and then you're going, see, I know my bets always lose, so I'm going to bet for Tottenham to win because then it won't happen.
And you've got to bet $1.27.
Oh, wait, I got to. I don't know where my phone went. Here it is.
Yeah, can
I did notice a trend though that Southampton's goalkeeper kept one clean sheet in 20 games, but now he's kept like 4 in 5.
Scooby Doo 2. I don't even know what that means. Do a Vinny Gaza mark. I don't know what that means, and
He
I don't
grabbed
want
his
to know.
nuts. He grabbed his dick.
Okay. Now I
Exact
know what you're
photograph.
talking about. I've actually seen that photo. It's brilliant
Yeah, like he's reaching.
because Vinny's like
He's
like
reaching
biting
for
his lower
goals.
lip.
Let's just say
Vinny
Jones,
Vinny Jones,
formerly of Leeds and Wimbledon, and the movies Snatch and Lock, Stock and Two Smoking
No,
Barrels,
Tom.
which I've still
and
not
let's
said it
not
wrong,
forget
Tom.
Midnight Meat Train.
Yeah.
That's a good
Why
film.
don't we
I
find
loved
that
it.
photo? Vinny Gaza?
Vinny Jones and Gaza.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
beautiful.
type that in,
Oh, look at him.
it should be the first thing
He's
that
like
comes up.
biting on his lower
But-
lip. Arrgh.
But yeah, so like I said, right, I don't want this. Well, no, that's a lie. Of course, I want this to happen. I don't want Southampton to win. I don't like Tottenham, but I'd hate them a lot more if they lose to Southampton.
Vinny Jones,
I-
that is just not right. That is not right
Hey,
at
man,
all.
Whatever hey man, it's a free kick. You know,
Wait,
he's playing great defense.
No, you remember who was it like in the World Cup, like 2 or 3 World Cups ago, who did like the booty, the stank finger?
Oh yeah.
That's
it
the
Luis
German
Suarez?
manager.
I think it was.
The German
No,
man, Low. It was Low.
That
No,
Joaquin
Yogi
Low sniffed his own stink finger.
Oh, he
yeah.
like shoved his
But
hand
Low
down
stuck
the
his
front of
hands in his
pants.
pants and did something.
Yeah,
as
and
well.
And then he
Sting
like
finger.
but he
No,
picked at his
I'm
fingers
saying-
It was
first.
smelling.
The guy who literally shoved his finger up another dude's butt, and the
Mm-mm.
guy's like, "What the fuck?" And it was on a free kick, and the guy freaked out because he had a finger up his butt, and they didn't get a foul because that's not a foul.
It's
was
not
on
against the
Cavani.
rules to
It-
stick your
it
finger
was
up
on
someone's
Cavani.
ass, funnily enough.
He was on
Cavani.
Cavani, yeah.
Rodrigo Costa.
Is it in the
No.
rule book? I'm not sure. But I did double check your question earlier, Lolo, and I was
That's
correct.
right there.
They are not blood related, but their grandfathers were inducted into the
I
same
was a little
tribe.
worried entering that in my phone. You're always worried when you're
Wait,
entering.
What did you type in?
Well, I typed
Cavani
in finger up the butt football.
Cavani finger up the
Okay.
butt football.
Next, please, because we're going.
Yeah.
We're going down. We're going into some dark places right now, and I really want to get out of those dark places.
Harry, I gave you options.
This is exactly the sort of nonsense I sign on for when I log on to the internet.
Yeah. Tom's like,
That's certainly the nonsense that you signed
Tom's
on
like,
with us.
I was thinking that I didn't want to do this anymore if all we're going to talk about is football. We need to
talk
add
about-
a lot more nonsense into this show.
It's like, I'll click the link for the nonsense amount that I'm getting at the moment.
There we go.
I'm
All
getting
right.
a bit emotional at how good it is. Sorry.
The emotional
Oh
nonsense.
yeah. Basically, I've gone Kai at score first. Ben Chilwell score last because he's been quite adventurous lately. I've noticed, and easy win. Plus, Chelsea want revenge on Everton because they let Everton win last year.
Yes, they did.
Well, they-
Oh, come on,
I
dude.
actually, I would take that.
Are those two
You're going to
fingers?
take that.
I'm gonna.
You can take that.
You're going to
No,
take
I'm not
what's
taking
on the
that. I
screen.
won't take that from anybody.
Yeah, he's
Whoa,
taking
whoa.
it, Tom. He's
No.
taking it.
So it's Chelsea 2-0.
No.
Chelsea's at home, 2-0. Havertz to score first.
This is stupid.
No, it's not.
Ugh.
Havertz has actually been putting together. You know,
Chelsea are terrible.
no, they're not.
Chilwell
They're
was-
much better now.
Chilwell he's had 6 shots in eight games, and he's had 2 on target, and he's scored twice.
Chilwell is back for sure. And then last goal scorer, Chilwell. I actually might flip that, but I don't think I'm going to.
You should
Oh my
do
God,
both.
McChronicle. Is that true? That just happened?
What?
Fairleigh Dickinson just beat Purdue?
Wow.
That's like, you know what it is? That's like 10 miles away from where I live.
Hold on.
Right.
They're not that
Sorry.
good.
What
Is
it?
that
There's
part?
only
That's
three
March
things.
Madness, right?
Only 3 things. You can't remember that?
Where's Chilwell? There he is. That's
While
massive.
we're doing the betting segment, just ask the comment section. Did any of you do any Cheltenham horse racing bets, or did you have any luck?
I
on that?
do. I yeah, beat them by 5. Purdue was a weak 1 seed for sure. I definitely do horse racing, but it just the betting app is awful.
Right.
It really
have the-
lags, and you
you have
tend
the
to
jumps?
miss. No, we don't
Do you
have the
Do you have the
steeplechase.
jump pool? No, it's just flat racing, right?
No, we have regular, and then because what are they? What I'm not really sure what it's called, but with the it's not called chariot racing, but it's where they pull the
There's
Harness
fucking
racing.
chariots. Yeah.
Harness racing.
racing. Thank you. Yes. So we have
the
regular
end.
and then harness, but we don't have steeplechase.
They don't
I mean,
really offer. They don't
there
really
is
do
there
on
is
that in England.
steeplechase, but it's like 2 or 3 times a year.
Right. Okay. Because no, in England, in the town of Cheltenham, there's like a horse racing festival where all the best horses congregate, essentially from Britain, England, and Ireland. Sorry, and like it's 4 days of. It's very popular. Like it's very busy. So if anyone's had any luck on it, I had a 40-1 that finished 3rd, which was quite profitable.
Yeah, I like this Chelsea bet. I like it a lot. And that is absolutely crazy that Purdue, although like I said, Purdue was like the weakest number 1 seed, as that is the I follow a little bit of college ball, but Big Ten. I went to a Big Ten school, so I definitely follow Big Ten. Cantac, he follows Michigan. So yeah,
I can believe it,
saw
Jimmy.
that. I could see that coming. I just
Yeah.
wish I would have put. I was following the chatbots picks this year.
So, yeah, because I know of March Madness because I'm not blind or anything, but generally it's not covered in England. Like it's not.
No, I wouldn't expect it to be.
The only thing that, like in basketball, that makes it over here is obviously NBA and like the Olympic tournament. Or you can bet on all of it, but generally speaking, in terms of like being able to watch it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You can bet on all the bowl games in the American football, but you wouldn't be able to watch it.
Yeah, no, March Madness. I wasn't able to enjoy it much this year because I didn't have time. But usually I'll go Thursday at like lunchtime and just watch games all the way until Friday night basically, and it's just a whole day. It's just like a day and a half at the pub. Really good way to spend,
Yeah, for
36
sure.
hours basically.
Lots of fun. Me, it's like I remember when I was a teenager, you could watch you didn't have to have basic cable, elite cable, whatever cable. You could actually watch a fair amount of college basketball games on CBS during the daytime on Saturday and Sunday, and you would see everything.
Yeah.
And then cable came along and snapped that up, and I couldn't follow it anymore because either I didn't have the service or just didn't care after that.
Yeah, my team sucked, so I didn't really get into this college football thing. Florida Gators.
Oh, okay. Well, the with what's his
Bobby?
name? No, who was the guy that played for the Knicks for a short period?
Billy
of time?
Donovan, but that was years ago.
Yeah, Billy Donovan years were very.
I
very
loved Billy Donovan, and the way he danced through the streets of Ireland was so.
I don't know any
I don't
of these
think it's the
people
same
you're
guy, but
naming.
I never followed it because I will start following it when my alma mater, Kingsborough Community College.
Kingsborough Community College.
when they were the 16th seed and they took on
They're Jew, John.
Fairlane
They're Jew this
Dickerson.
time.
But the
Ladies and
5'3"
gentlemen,
Jewish
this is
lawyers.
It's
Just aren't
finally
cutting it.
happened. Purdue
No,
has gone down.
It's the accountants and the the guys that I don't know hang out on the beach that's there. If they ever focused, maybe.
Then they were focused.
That's how bad that college is. I
Down
played
goes the
tennis.
woodchucks.
I
So
played
the way
tennis
you
for like
just said
3
that, John.
times. Go ahead.
No, the way you just said that was the accountants against the guys who lay on the beach. To me, is like
No, if they
that's
combined
like
and made a team.
that's like the most woke way of saying something we would have said in such the racist way of like it's like you trying to figure out what do we call them now if we don't just say the Jews and the hippies.
Carolina.
No, I said the 5'3" Jew accountants.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
the,
against the fucking-
students and the 5'6" Italian Guidos that hung out on the beach the whole time. If they
So
ever
you're
combined, maybe we could have
They-
had a good team.
Yeah, you could have a fucking team. Nope.
But until that happens, then I
who's-
won't
who's
watch
that?
March Madness.
Not to get to get too deep on the subject, but isn't there a Premier League team that has like that they're referred to in like a racist way? Isn't the Spurs?
Spurs, yeah.
Aren't they the Yids?
The Yids.
Yeah, that's
Which
so
is a Jewish,
racist.
but
That's so
but they
damn
have-
racist.
but it could be way more racist. That's the thing.
could
It's like
be.
if you wanted it to actually be racist, it could be racist. But it's more like I don't
That's
want to
racist.
defend anything.
Teams are getting
No, it
fined
is
if
it
fans
is
call them
racist,
that, though.
but it's not like
I don't know if it's racist, but it's not good.
yeah, I don't even know
It
if
could,
it's
it could
it's
be
more like
more
they-
overtly offensive, but it is offensive.
Yeah,
to
that
them.
Right.
like so I'm if somebody was like last week or a few weeks ago when somebody mentioned like wetback to me as a somewhat Mexican that I am, it's
Somewhat?
like,
How does that work?
No,
It's kind of like somewhat being pregnant.
I just get tired of arguing with all my cousins because I
You
have
can be
like
half
super
pregnant, can't you?
I have super white cousins and I have super Mexican
You
cousins.
can't be half pregnant in Texas.
That doesn't exist. No. They say, "Oh, you're
Wow.
half pregnant. Well, here's your gun license and here's your hanger license." Oh,
Wow,
Something
wow.
to the comment section. You know, as I was saying about Cheltenham, do you remember the football players that got done at Cheltenham
welcome in,
for
Mr.
throwing,
Arsenal.
for
Jesus
pissing in a
Christ.
glass and then throwing it over the balcony at the public? Did you know Luke Ayling was one of the players?
I didn't know that. Was he
It's
going
true.
by Bill?
Was he drinking
know
it
what it's
like in
called,
like
Bill?
American Pie?
Do you know
You
why
seen
he's
American
called
Pie
Bill?
when they were?
It goes back to Arsenal.
It always goes back to Arsenal. on
Now that
this
we're
show.
talking
genuinely
about
goes back
Arsenal,
to
finally,
Arsenal.
I
We
Yeah.
want to
one
talk
more
about
betting
Arsenal
in the
talk.
dark.
Yes, it's been a long time.
I finally
left
have
you.
something to say
It's been
about
like
Arsenal.
12 minutes.
We have one more
But-
betting in the dark, though.
No,
you
but it's
really do
Arsenal
have one more?
time. Let's talk
I-
Arsenal.
I-
This,
Oh, it's
I
funny
actually
you
this
lost
say
has,
it.
this
that,
has,
Gary.
this,
You
this
lost
has to do
signal.
about
Get
Arsenal.
onto the Wi-Fi.
Oh, but I did, to preface, I did pick this when I thought their
Oh,
manager was
jeez.
someone you would let win.
That
Oh my gosh, are
Big
you
that's
serious?
ballsy. That is
payout.
ballsy, Mr. Tom.
But
Big massive payout.
responsibility. Paddy's the coach.
I'll tell you
I
what.
don't want
I,
big payouts. I'll give him big payouts. But I'll
If
tell
we
you
lose this to
he
Paddy,
has the
Arteta out.
Lolo
right?
has the head the master earpiece. So, Mr. Tom, you're cutting out
Let me tell you what he's saying then.
Arsenal, Crystal Palace.
Tell Mr. Tom that if he traded last goal, not Zaha, anybody else like Elise, Eze, fucking.
Who's their penalty taker, Lolo?
Zaha.
But it won't be a penalty at the end. It won't be a penalty.
One of them will be.
Yeah, it might be at the beginning, but I'll give you Zaha first goal. I see that easy. And I can even give you the 2-1 goal score because I'm telling you something weird is in the air right now.
I don't like where this is going at all. Not even now. Oh.
Gary, come on. Don't you know me? Lean into this shit so it won't happen.
I can't do this.
No.
I can't do this.
I'm gonna justify this.
No. The fact that you're backing him up is another reason why. No.
Lean into it, Gary. If you fight against it, you can only be wrong.
A, Lolo wants big payouts. Gave him big payout. Second thing, last year I needed Chelsea to destroy
I'll
Everton.
fucking take it too. Tom,
I needed Chelsea to destroy it. Show me those numbers. Ooh, that's some big numbers.
$1,500 for a buck, man. Yeah, $1,000.
155.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, Gary.
I would take that in a heartbeat.
Gary, here's my thing.
If you win that bet, run. That's all I'm going to say.
I will buy a real crown.
No,
I will buy a real crown if I win that bet. Moneybags Mark will be making an appearance.
You can't buy a real clown. You can't buy.
I'll buy a real clown.
No, in my defense,
there he is.
We're buying a fucking.
I love
clown.
Mark Dice Clay. He's one of my favourites. But I'll say this: last year, Everton played Chelsea in a match where Chelsea played against a club legend as manager, and in my opinion, Chelsea phoned it in and lost. I know you can't actually prove that, but it was a feeling I had. Therefore, I figured the same feeling was going to happen when Patrick Vieira rocked up at the Emirates with Crystal Palace, because you're clear. And I thought there's a good chance that all the planets and stars will align and basically Vieira will win at Arsenal. That's what I thought would happen.
No, I can't do it. I can't do that. No, I can
never. We use multiple. We chase money. So Lolo is given up on FanDuel because he wanted $50 from another.
No,
app.
they wouldn't take my money. They wouldn't let me download. They wouldn't let me add more money. I was trying to add money and they wouldn't let me, so I was like, "Fuck you, I'm going somewhere else."
He's wasted money on worse pincushion. I've seen all his bets.
Oh no, I lose these all the time, and then I hit a random. The thing is, when I hit one, like I win $100 or something. Like it, I won on the Rangers. Oh my god, the other night, John, I didn't tell you. I picked Zibanejad for 2 or more goals. Rangers to win the first quarter, Rangers to win it all, and Zibanejad scored in the first no time. What was that? Wednesday, Tuesday?
They played Tuesday, Thursday. So Tuesday against the Capitals?
Yeah, on Tuesday. Zibanejad scored twice in the first.
I'm still not changing it, Ryan.
Minutes.
I'm on such a winning streak that I haven't won a bet since March 6th. And I place a bet almost every day.
Yeah, but that was like an $800 one. So
no, that was the Manor Solomon to score. When I text,
look who is here.
Hey! Oh my God, Rihanna! So good to see you.
I sent her the link also, so maybe she can pop in. Come on, pop in.
She's too busy. She's
working. She's saving lives, man. Can't have her saving lives. All of a sudden, she's gonna be talking to us. It's gonna be
taking her X-rays.
What's more important, keeping the 20 of us entertained or saving lives?
You're right about that. Rihanna,
I mean,
get
like,
on here.
really, how many lives are you saving? Like, come on.
Whoa,
Funny you said that. I said to John
Look,
once,
man.
well, yeah, I can understand why she stopped coming on because she's doing important work. And then John said something to me along the lines of, well, I think she just does X-rays. I was like, wait a minute, she's not actually saving lives. What the fuck have you been?
CAT scans, X-rays, and MRIs. I
Oh,
think.
Rihanna,
Those save
regardless,
lives. Those save lives.
Thanks for popping in on the chat. We'd love to have you on Happy Hour, and we can hear all the gory details. But you know, it is as far as any of the personal issues, I hope they've cleared up, and I hope they haven't been too terrible.
What are we talking about?
Rhiannon, she says,
Hi.
I'm good, but I know I kind of fell off the planet, but lots of personal shit happened.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I hope that the personal shit wasn't like too terribly heavy, because that, you know,
And-
I feel you. I feel you, girl.
And you know you're always welcome on the show. Anytime you want. Cheers.
Happy
to
Paddy's
you.
Day.
I wish I could figure out how to place a bet and I'd be done with this already and could be actually talking. But yes, awesome. Okay, let's do it, Tom.
Threats in the comments. This is beautiful.
Where?
Beautiful.
You'll get threats on the show.
I get threats everywhere, baby.
That's right. Because when you're that good, when we batter
If people don't want to
manger,
whoop your
what's a
ass,
manger?
you're not doing anything
Arsenal
worth doing.
podcast. What's a manger? Damn it! You say when we batter mangerless palace.
Manager.
Hey,
I don't
I
have
don't
a
want to
manger
show.
either.
Tom, Jesus. All right, $1. $1 doesn't pay me. You're doing something wrong. If you're getting $1,000 on that bet,
I made the exact same bet.
let me see again.
I lost.
It's okay.
Here, look. That's
1,
it.
2.
That's it. First
First goal, last goal. 1, 2.
oh, Gam's
First
got
goal,
funky
last
effects
goal.
going on. Oh, it's like he's being Thanos off the
It's
face
half,
of the earth.
half of that. That's crazy. Yeah,
That's
take
Marvel.
that bet twice.
Turn my
then.
lights
Take
off.
that bet.
Anyway,
How can you say
okay.
that, Mo Master? That's lies, and you know it. Sorry.
Mo Master, we've invited you to be on the show to talk about your football knowledge, and then you continue to talk about Real Madrid, which shows that you don't know anything about football.
Mo Master, if you watched the show 3 years ago, you would know someone who didn't know fuck all about football. Now I think I know a little bit.
Hey, I might not know anything about football, but I'm not the other fucking thing you said. I'm not a communist, a porn star. I forgot what I was talking about. If I'm
Well,
being
Tom,
honest, but
communism works in a small enough environment.
And
The
and
problem with
Tom, I would
communism-
also add that if anyone ever asks you that have they seen you somewhere before, you just tell them you do adult films. That's what I do. I was standing in line at the bank and someone behind me goes, "Excuse me, I know you. I've seen you somewhere before." And I turned back to her and I said, "I do adult films." And then turned back around and she didn't say fuck all.
What do we?
he's added an Eddie emoji. Eddie's one of my 2,500 favourite players.
Who?
Eddie Beach.
25th. No, Eddie and Ketty are. Eddie Beach as well, though. Sorry, Eddie Beach. If you're seeing it, you are seeing this, obviously. Goes worldwide. Of course you've seen it.
Gary, what's happening? Are you being eaten by a black
Gary
hole?
he's Predator now. He's in Predator mode.
No, in a minute,
Gary
Gary's
actually
gonna turn
sees
around
us
and
as
go,
heat
Mr.
vision.
Stark, I don't feel so good. That's Avengers and
Ah,
not in game.
my
War.
white and heavens, I'm like a
2017.
I've been told to turn my lights off. So
it's the
No, you
almost
look great.
it's almost know the words players here.
All right,
He's almost ready to break into
I will sing any song that you cannot stump me on a song as long as I don't have to get the words right. You cannot stump me.
He's about ready to go into a heave ho, hammer, something concrete.
Yeah, I know that song too.
Wow.
That was Wilson Phillips.
That was, yeah.
All right. Cut him.
So, Gary, are you doing a live show tomorrow?
Yes, I am, sir.
Hey, what
Wonderful.
happened to Ben Ireland?
He's probably asleep due to
Yeah,
the
so
fact
we'll
that
see you
it's
guys
1:35
tomorrow.
a.m.
We'll see you tomorrow at 11. It says 12 on there, but that's the old time. We'll be on
Harry,
it.
can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Don't say no. Say
Why
no.
why do you do the road trip during matches?
Because it's
I
great.
want to tune in, but I'm sorry, but I'm gonna watch the matches.
Yeah, but to be fair, Mark, in England the matches are not on TV at that time.
So I'm talking
So
to
we
my.
provide a result service for the people that can't
Okay.
that
Okay.
can't.
That's why people do like the
I'll
match days
I'll buy
also.
that. I'll buy that. But if I lived in England, then I would tune in. But I live in the States, and I live
But
in the
if you're-
land of plenty, and I can
but-
watch all the matches.
But if you're a friend of ours, you can come hang out with us if you want.
I would love to, but isn't that during
Gary,
the Wolves match?
I've tried to get Mark to watch our show, and he just won't.
I haven't watched our show in
He
almost
said
2 years.
he said once you get some quality pundits, I might watch. And I was like, "You're the co-star of this show," and he said, "Exactly."
It scares the shit out of me to watch this.
Fucking
I'd be so
exactly.
embarrassed.
This is
To be fair, in Mark's defence here, I'm going to defend him. John did once say to me about my show. He went, "Have you watched your show back?" I went, "Why would I watch my show back?" I was like, "I know what I fucking said. I was on it." And he was like, "Oh, you should watch your show back. You should watch your show back to see what works, what doesn't." I was like, "John, these are very sensible answers, all right? You're a sensible young man, okay? But I just don't like watching or listening to myself. But
Yeah,
I will
but
I will subject people to it."
But Tom, that is probably the best piece of advice you could ever get about
know it's a
doing
great piece
anything
of
in the
advice.
public domain.
I know.
Like,
I know.
watch it back, and you will immediately, even if you're like, "No, I'm going to keep it creepy,"
Speaking
you'll
of
also
that,
go, "Oh, but this one moment I can do differently."
Tom,
John, do not tell me to take my own advice. Do not tell me to take.
Speaking of watching your own show, what show is that, Mr. Tom?
It's the Full Nelson podcast, of course. Now, let me tell you something, brother. We will be going live tonight in exactly 22 hours and 23 minutes. Yeah, that works out. Where I'll be doing a live watch along of the Great American Bash 1989. Now, you may be thinking, that was a long time ago. I go, yeah, Tony suggested it. And I want to know why he wants to watch it. So I'm going to watch it.
You're pretty good
Live
at
on
math,
the internet.
too.
It's in
Well, that
98.
is my job. I am a mathematician.
Cool.
Some would say a mathematician.
That actually might make that wrestling program as old as Tony. Tony's like, isn't he like, he's like 35.
I don't like to speculate things about Tony because I'll just continue to get shocked.
He might be 35.
Tony's like a year. He's not even like a year younger than me, so
He
you're
might
wrong.
be 30.
Oh shit, really?
I do like
He's like
watching
22.
Omos. You're right, Ian. He fascinates me in the weirdest way.
Tony seems like he's lived the life of like a 180-year-old person.
He's definitely doubling up. Yes.
Yeah. He's had a little bit of a rough life,
Yes.
but he always has a smile on his face.
He does. He does.
He's a
We love
tough
the guy.
bastard, that Tony.
Yeah,
He's a
he
tough
is.
bastard. And I know
He
he
is.
ain't watching this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
He's a good man.
But, oh yeah, so basically, go watch what he wants to watch tomorrow, live on
Like
the internet.
other view.
And
I
yeah,
guess
they
what
can
Lolo
take
is
the
trying.
best side of my head.
I think what Lolo
Yeah.
is trying to say is that we all love Tony, and for those that are watching us, you can too for $2.50.
No, you know what? You know what?
To
If
be
you
honest,
know what? You're not. That's just no. That's just no.
Gary's like every joke that he's like, no, that's terrible.
That is
and I'm like, do
That's
it,
the
more
whole
of it.
point, Gary.
Carry
we
on,
are
carry on wrestling,
nonsense
but without.
and more nonsense.
Oh man.
All right. Can I ask you
but no,
guys
seriously,
a
it'll be a
football
fun time.
question? Do you mind?
Yeah, please do.
Do you mind? Since it's like,
Yeah.
kind of a
It's happy hour.
football type
Yes,
show.
this is football.
Okay. If you had the choice,
It's nothing, Ken. Sorry.
that was a good choice, Tom. I like that choice.
It wasn't. It wasn't. There was nothing in it.
If you had the choice of managers of Patrick Vieira or Frank Lampard to manage your life, which would you choose?
Bielsa.
It's not an option, John.
Well, I don't think that is as difficult a question as you think it is, because Patrick Vieira is an inexperienced manager who done okay with one team, done okay with another team, whereas Frank Lampard has bankrupted a team. He failed with Chelsea. He failed with another team. Some will say he succeeded, surviving everything, but the reality is Frank Lampard can go fuck himself. Patrick Vieira was all right, so I would obviously pick Patrick Vieira.
But you don't think that you would get cut a little bit more slack in your life with Lampard? Vieira seems like he would punch you for masturbating
Jesus
too much.
Christ, that's a good point, because if I murdered
It's for your life,
someone,
not for a football team.
Yeah, no, because if I murdered someone and Frank turned around and went to the police, he didn't do it. The police would probably go, "No, you're right, Frank. He couldn't have done it." Because if you said he hasn't done it, then he probably hasn't done it. And oh god, this is
I don't
difficult.
know. Lampard might be a bit more harsh about it. Like, yeah, no, he didn't do it, and he didn't fucking bury it 2 feet deep when I told him to bury it 6 fucking feet deep.
No, that's not what Frank would say. Frank would
No,
actually say.
that's Vieira
No.
is what I'm saying. That's Vieira
No,
who
what
would be pissed
what
off.
Lampard would say. Lampard would say to the police, "Yeah, he killed a lot of people, but seriously, you shouldn't actually punch him for it."
And they would
That's
go,
what he would
"All
say."
right, OBE."
Mr. Tom,
Yeah.
your first answer is the right one, so you shouldn't, stray from that one. Let's go. Come on. Is there another nonsensical question coming up? Because these things usually come in threes.
Can I have Christmas?
I need your answer, Gary. I need
Chris
your
comment
answer.
back up, please.
That's like asking me if I want.
I can't.
Oh my God.
I can't stress to the non-English folk how controversial this is.
I don't know who those people are.
Well, the McCann family are the parents of Madeleine McCann, who went missing from a Portuguese. She's about 4 years old or something.
See,
Went
I thought
missing
it was
from a
like
Portuguese
I
hotel.
want
And
MC
Joseph
Can,
Fritzl.
which is like
Joseph Fritzl
a
was
rap
keeping
group.
his daughter under his floorboards with their grandchildren. So
Oh my God.
yeah, that's why I wanted to see that again, just to bask in the ambience of as fucking spicy and controversial and offensive that fucking was. Well done, Chris Nicks. Sorry everyone.
Wow.
It's Paddy's down. I'm excited, but not because it's Paddy's down. Just on a roll.
See what you just did there? Now you got Tyler Adams injured by putting on that lead shirt.
All right. So, Gary,
Yes, sir.
the real question, the
Mhm.
non-nonsense question is if you know Arsenal, you know how we are right now. We have a certain amount of depth. We don't have all the depth in the world. So, like, if you could get one player, one player, doesn't matter. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about he doesn't want to come here. Don't worry about he's dead. Don't worry about he's an alien. Which Marvel or DC character would you bring to Arsenal right now?
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Not nonsense at all, is it, Gary?
No, I don't know what that character's called. With the one that creates the open like windows and you can just jump through them. Or what do they call it?
His name is Martin fucking Odegaard. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Hey, Gary, we are rocking this shit. We are killing these non-Arsenal.
I,
Now
I
I've
don't even-
resorted,
I don't know.
I've resorted to the vagina beer.
He's drinking mermaid vagina now.
There
There
go.
you go. Lolo is the
Wow.
answer. No, I'm not in the Marvel universe. The one who opens up the portals. Wait,
Yeah, the
isn't
portals.
that?
Wait, Doctor Strange.
No, it's
Well,
not
I mean,
Doctor
you could be
Strange.
You could be Doctor Strange. You could be
Actually-
Nightcrawler.
Actually, I think the Nightcrawler would make one hell of a footballer.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Boom. There.
Boom, boom, boom.
You're like
You
offside.
just-
No, I
You
wasn't.
just
Or
pass
are you
to a
talking about
space and
Loki?
it
I don't
appears.
actually know what you. Is it definitely Marvel?
He's
Oh,
talking about
whatever.
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
Whatever. I want to
It's
eat
the
some chicken.
Nightcrawler.
In the circus, I was known as the Incredible Nightcrawler. It's not a very funny line.
Wow.
The one.
One
who
of the
can fly.
things that I liked about
nice.
this Nightcrawler was his affinity for the Jesus.
Go on, Sol.
Very
I ain't seen
religious
Sol in
Gabriel,
like a
Gabriel,
week.
Jesus. What's up, Saul? Good to see you. The one who can fly. It would be funny watching him crash to Earth due to the lack of
What is it,
atmosphere.
Quicksilver?
at
Is
the
that what it is?
Emirates. Oh! Hey!
I want
I
a
don't know why I'm
cowbell
making this
to
noise.
ring.
Ding, ding, ding,
And there
ding,
just
ding,
wouldn't
ding,
be
ding.
enough for the show.
Comment of the night.
Comment of the night right there, Saul.
I still
Coming
don't
in
know who he's
hot
talking about, though.
and he's dissing Arsenal. He's dissing
All
the
I have to
Emirates.
say
He's
to
calling
that
it-
is-
he's calling it the
All-
library.
all I
Of
have-
course he-
all I
of
have
course
to
he is.
say-
He's fucking comment on the library.
Yeah, all I have to say to that is we are top of the league. Said we are top of the league. We are top of the league. Said we are top of the league. Ah, look at that. Who's at top?
We won it
Oh,
at
now.
the bridge. We won it at the lane.
You lost your
When
royal.
I went to Arsenal versus Leeds in the Carabao Cup last year, the only
You
moments where there was an
lost your-
atmosphere was both times Arsenal scored. Other than that, the other 88 minutes of the game was the silence, apart from the away end.
Yes,
Oh,
Tom, I hear you. This season,
don't.
it's different. It's different. And I can tell you what, Tom, I've been there and I've seen it.
Yes, sir. And I did too.
And you know what? Two other people on this podcast show
Wait.
have also
Wait.
been there.
Wait, there was a loud atmosphere when you beat your most hated rivals at home.
Tom, when
I'm
we gave
shocked.
up a penalty, when
It
we
got
gave up a
louder.
penalty and they scored, it was louder than I've ever heard. Because we got behind the
Mm.
team and we fucking screamed and they scored not long after that. And the rest of the
Yes.
game, I'm telling you, Tom, the rest of the years, yes, I hear you. The library, it's very funny and it's true and depressing.
That is not the same.
But the
not the
empty
same.
hat has maintained the empty hat for a decade now.
They can
We
it
can make
bigger
fun
as
of that,
well.
but we Arsenal fans have created we've created this not as much as Mikel Arteta, but right alongside Mikel Arteta with this season. When somebody makes a mistake, when Saliba gave an own goal, the stadium was louder, and we got a goal. The players have talked about how they felt down, and the stadium made them pick up. So yes, you guys might always have that at Ellen Road. I'm just telling you, it's new. It's a change, but it's a change that us as fans are going, what can we do? We can't play football. We can't kick the goals in. We can't manage the teams. What can we do? We can get behind the team when we score a goal and when we go down a goal. And that is part of the problem that I saw with Sporting, against Sporting, home and away. Martin Odegaard at the 119th minute got put on the pitch, and he's over there telling everybody to get loud. That's bullshit. He shouldn't have had to tell them to get loud. And in the league, they haven't had to. Gary, back me up here while you're sitting in the dark.
Oh no, for sure. Nah, everybody's talking about this quietness. It's not the same. Everything about Arsenal is not the same. We respond to adversity all the time, especially at home, especially in the league. In the league, what?
It's true. I
don't
heard that
know what
rumor.
that means. I don't know. I never saw any baristas when I was there, so I don't know what this guy's talking about. I just drank a lot of beer. They just don't like us. That's all right. The hate is real. I'll take it. But guess where we are? Everybody's looking up at us.
Sorry, Gary. Don't mean to interrupt you, but I do think Mo Master's actually said the most intelligent thing I think he's ever actually said on the show. Because let's be fair, he talks a lot of shit. But we're not. The best thing I ever had was when Jean-Claude Van Damme beat Tong Pope. Now, he's slightly wrong because what he actually. No, wait, he's talking about blood sport, isn't he? Or is he talking about kickboxer?
I thought Bloodsport, but Bloodsport was
Tong Pope Bloodsport or kickboxer?
well, I don't know if he's talking about the actor because it was Chong Li in Bloodsport, but I don't know the actor's name.
Young is in
Bolo
Bloodsport.
Young. Yeah.
That's the big like monster,
Kickboxer.
right?
There you go. Kickboxer. No, I was
Bloodsport's better.
I was in the
Look. I'm gonna.
Is
I'm
that
gonna go
Kentucky
out on a
Fried
limb
Chicken?
here and
It
say
is.
that Greta
It's a mini
Thunberg
bucket. We
brands
don't.
are
greatest
available.
kickboxer
We
of
don't
all
have many
time.
buckets over here in the
Mini
States.
buckets.
we're not listening to the
Wow.
conversation.
It's called a mighty bucket
That's
for
the
one.
best take.
That's not a
Mighty
mighty
bucket?
bucket. That's not a mighty
It's a
bucket.
mighty small bucket.
I know.
There's 6 pieces of chicken in it.
We want it.
Well, there was.
That's nothing, man. What are you talking about? That's little.
Is that
Yeah.
KFC?
For one person.
It's cake.
Is it KFC?
No one else can say
I saw something. I saw
You
something
know, if
on.
you finish it in an hour,
On TikTok,
less
they
than an
said,
hour, you can get a refill.
I've never heard of that. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
It is
I
the
saw it-
thing.
I saw it on TikTok. It's got to be real.
It's right. If it's on the internet, it has to be real.
If you saw it on the stoop with Lolo, it's got to be real. Everyone, tell your friends. We
Just-
speak the real.
Just mention our name, and you'll get a free bucket, a half bucket of chicken.
Yeah, man. Everywhere you go.
On the
Free
stoop with
money,
Lolo, please.
Free
Here you go.
chicken.
Here's your free bucket.
Here's your free pint.
You know
I like the double
Mention on the
Dan, but
stoop with
without
Lolo.
the
Anywhere
cheese.
you go, and you get a free pint.
You know what? Chances are most people are bitches these days. So chances are if you walked into a KFC and you were like, hi, I've got the special deal for on the stoop with Lolo where I get a free bucket of chicken. And they're like, we don't have that. And you're like, yes, you do. And they would probably go,
Yeah, they
Oh,
would just not
okay.
argue with you.
okay. Free bucket of chicken.
Should we
You
make
see the
new
you do the
plans for a
Jedi
free
mind
bucket of
trick.
chicken, just you and
This
I
is
holding
the free bucket
KFC?
of chicken I've been
That's
looking
free
for.
bucket of chicken for anyone holding this coupon.
And it says, give this motherfucker some chicken. Yep, there you go.
I think that's something that we need to do.
You know what? We do have, by the way, in case you guys hadn't heard already, we do have 0 shirts for sale.
I saw those. Those are
Are
pretty
you really
good.
selling? Are you really selling them?
Why not?
Yeah,
I'll buy a
absolutely.
nil
What are you-
zero.
I'd be
shirt.
down with that.
What are you
I'll
talking
buy a
about?
shirt
Yeah, here
based
they
on
are.
something that Gary said with utter confidence.
Do I get? Is my
and-
initials on it or something? Do I get any kind of like?
No.
No, I made sure to take those off so I don't have to pay you anything.
Like we're gonna pay you anything anyway.
This is crap. I don't like this. This is
Paid?
terrible.
What does that mean?
What?
Paid.
Getting paid? No.
Yeah.
I don't know
The only-
about you. I don't
The
know
only
about
person
you,
that
John,
gets
but
paid
I
is
came here for
Stuart
the money.
Dallas.
I'm
I
only here
can't
for the money.
complain.
I'm here
I'll
for
get
the
a
glory.
segment. I'll get a segment. I've got the
You're a
intro.
bigger man than I.
I'm happy.
0-0. I love it.
Yeah. So we have the that's not the right one.
That's not the right one. That's not a good
Where's
shirt.
the shirt? Sorry.
You need to find the moment he first said it, because he actually meant to say something else, and he said it with such vigor and confidence, and then immediately after
I was
realised
like,
that's
damn
not
it,
right.
that didn't come out the way I wanted.
So these are what we have for offer. The 0-0 shirt. A draw is just a draw unless it's not.
I like it.
There you go. 0-0. Get your shirts on the stupid Lolo.
I heard somebody say, "Can you do it the other way with like the
we can do it however the fuck you want, and we can also just if you just want something random printed on a shirt,
just
we can
pay
do
us
that.
$10,000 a piece.
Oops.
We have a director to pay.
And don't forget,
It's 4 years back pay too.
That's what I'm saying.
That time
That's
flew by.
$10,000 a shirt.
4 years. Damn. Man's been struggling for 4 years. You guys haven't thrown him a nickel yet? Jeez.
That's
we bought him a beer today.
That's not true. I made him dinner tonight.
I got cigars.
You got cigars.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that one of them, John?
Yes, it is.
Are they still fresh? Yeah.
But you know what? I had a couple of beers, so it's fine.
Oh, there you go. You got a birthday coming up, or were you were you having your birthday in Romania
this year again in May? I'm
in May. Okay, we'll get you cigars in May.
Well, no, I'm hoping to be there again in May.
Well, you know, we'll get you there.
But
we'll do the next happy hour from the I think it's like Martinelli or something.
Oh, that's a good one as well. Everybody, that's the Mike Tyson quote. Yeah, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face. And I'll make it a Real Madrid one.
I thought it was also like where he said that, like, you know, everyone hides behind the internet. You know,
well,
because they're afraid, you know, that
if you're going to quote him,
something.
No, what he actually said was people are comfortable with saying things in real life because they're used to saying them on the internet and not getting punched in the face for it. It's just something along those lines.
Yeah.
Because that was when the guy came up to him with his phone on the plane and kept harassing him, so he punched him.
Right.
Yeah.
He says social media made y'all too
Mark, wait. Let Lolo read that in his best Mike Tyson voice.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Social media made you all way too comfortable and disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it.
Perfect.
Can you do Michael Jackson?
That was perfect. I mean, I don't see a flaw in that.
Can you Sean Connery?
Now I'll do it as Michael Jackson.
That was going to be next.
Okay.
Social media has made all of you way too comfortable disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it.
Yes,
that was Michael Jackson.
All right, Sean Connery now, because that.
Okay,
Sean Connery, please. From Highlander specifically.
This show has taken a turn.
The show's going in the right direction.
It's turned in a direction I fucking love.
That's absolutely fantastic. Yes.
Yeah.
Social media made you all way too comfortable. I'm far too Scottish here. Sorry, I need to bring it back a little bit and get more Sean Connery. There we go. There we go. I've got it now. Social media made you all way too comfortable with disrespecting people. I don't know why I'm like super Scottish now. Not Connery enough.
I'm super Scottish.
That's why you talk like that. No,
we're gonna play a game.
If you're gonna go that route, just go fat bastard, and then let's just do it right.
Okay. Social media made you all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for that.
So
you're making me hungry for babies.
I'm gonna eat your baby.
Oh, so you sexy bastard. But yes, I was
Stop it with
literally
all your
thinking,
talk.
Look at that.
what
The
a
mouse
Saul.
is
voice
showing his
character
head.
Saul is just killing it. The
on the
perfect hat
BBC
trick.
called Rab C.
Tyson,
Nesbitt.
Jackson, and
Literally
Connery.
the voice you
2
just did.
manslaughters and a murderer. There you go. That's fat bastard. See, he's in Spanish, Lolo. Sergio Ramos. No, I can't do that. I'm too drunk for that. Sergio Ramos is a
Antonio Banderas. Come on, you can do that. Come
I
on.
don't know if I have an Antonio Banderas. The one that I know is when he goes, "Don't misbehave." Okay, I've got this. Social media made you all way too comfortable with disrespecting people
No.
and not getting punched in the face for it.
Okay,
Sorry,
Pitbull.
sorry, I
Pitbull.
got
You
one.
do
No,
Pitbull.
no, I got one.
Let's
Gary.
go Cuban. Let's go Cuban.
Social media made you all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. Ha, yeah.
Arnie, can you do it in Arnie?
This is the problem. Social media made you all way too comfortable and with the disrespecting the people and not getting punched in the
People.
face for it. Let's keep
Yeah.
it going. Let's keep it going. We got 1 minute to.
You got Julio Iglesias. Can you do that?
Julio. Is social media made you all way too comfortable?
He's doing Neville.
I'm done. Anyway, guys, this has been an awesome happy hour. I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. If you would
Gordon
like
Ramsay.
more accents and nonsense, if you would like more fucking nonsense, Gordon Ramsay. Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Mark, thank you for being here in person.
Happy Paddy's Day, motherfuckers.
Gary as well. Thank you, Mr. Tom and Director John. Absolutely. And look, Mo Master actually paid me a compliment. Let's end it on that. We'll see you guys backstage for those of you guys who want to join us. Much love to everybody. John's doing. John,
Join in.
Mark was about to run the show out. Love you guys. We'll see you backstage if you want to come backstage. If not, I hope all of your teams lose except for Gary's. Thank you very much.
Go Wolves.